Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to take a look at the arrival of tonight's full moon and the enigmatic numerical sequence that involves that arrival. And also I've got a special announcement to make about the History Channel's wildly popular series Ancient Aliens. As most of you know, I was invited to be a guest on the program earlier in the year. Well, they've invited me back again to be a guest for a second time. That's going to air in the coming days. It's going to be an episode about Chile and South America. You guys are going to love the content. I can't talk about any other details other than that. So make sure you tune in to the History Channel on Fridays. Don't miss an episode of Ancient Aliens. You might see somebody on there that you know, and that person might very well be me. So make sure you check it out, guys. History Channel, Ancient Aliens. Also have some unique finds that have surfaced on Google Earth down in the Atacama Desert, down in South America. Not only this that looks like an ancient fort, but there's some really cool glyphs and other things that one thing looks like a burrow straight out of New York. But tonight's full moon, when you look up at the full moon, know that it arrived in the 12th minute of the 12th hour on the 12th day of the 12th month. 12/12, 12/12. My friend Craig from New Jersey also noticed this, and that would be 12:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nevertheless, it's all 12s when she's hanging high in the eastern sky. That's when the new moon will be born. 12/12, 12/12. So just remember 12 when you see tonight's full moon. Now down to South America. Got a few things I want to share with you guys. I found very interesting. I was sent down here by an email somebody had sent me of a unique artifact or something on the ground in Peru. On my way there, I found something here in the Atacama Desert that reminded me of a burrow straight out of King or Queens, New York. Look at this. This is on the ground. It's very large. This entire complex, if you want to call it a complex, it's a collection of rectangles that are situated next to each other uniformly. Reminded me of a burrow out of New York. There's Queens, New York right there. Look identical to each other. So I'm like, okay, well maybe that's the remnants of some ancient city, you know. But the more I look at it, it does resemble a modern day farming technique. So either one, it's very interesting. It's quite large, 6 miles long, over 5 miles wide. Took a long time to do this. Whoever did it, it's a collection of thousands of rectangles, like I said, are uniformly positioned one next to the other. So it could be a city, maybe it's an old farm. Years ago, you can see there were rivers that ran on both sides of that potential old city. It's dry as a bone today, but back then it does look like it could supported a very large farm or a very large city, either one. But if you go up this dry now riverbed, you're going to find what looks like an ancient fort. And here we go. I ran across this and I was very pleasantly surprised. I'd never seen anything like this on Google Earth. We find all kinds of unique things, and you guys send me a lot of stuff, especially from Antarctica. But like I said, somebody had sent me something from Peru. It looked like a number on the ground. And I was just kind of looking around and I ran across this. There it is in obviously original format. Here it is heavily enhanced, and you can get an outline of that wall that looks like a wall around a castle. You know, that was built with purpose. And the backside of this complex sets up against a very steep ridge and what used to be probably a flowing river. So that was security. The wall is security. So this was at one point in time some sort of a secure facility. Don't know how long ago it was, but you can see here, and this is another enhanced photo of the one I just showed you on Google Earth. That looks very familiar. That looks like a wall around a castle. Those look like lookout towers. So that very well could have been a security wall, a perimeter wall around all of more squares that are put together like a maze in here. And these are more square shaped than rectangle. And if you look at them really, really close, you can see entryways going into these squares that, like I said, are put together like a maze. So that could have been a fort for an army a long time ago. Those were lookout towers on a perimeter wall. I don't know what this big rectangle is right there. I don't know what that circle could be. To be honest, I don't really know what any of this is. I'm just kind of speculating that this looks like it was some sort of an old fort. And maybe that was housing for soldiers. This here, you can see the walls have collapsed. You can see them laying there in piles. So that was more than likely a two-story structure right there that maybe looked out over the wall. I don't know. But it was a very interesting find. Once again, that is at the 1958 South, 6933 West. And if you go right next to, or not far from that area where the fort's at, you're going to see two glyphs on the ground that look like a couple of guys that are sword fighting. Look at that. That looks like a guy holding a sword. This over here looks like a smaller version of this person holding a sword. They both look like they're dressed in armor. I've got some better pictures of these glyphs. Look, you can see a neck, a head, arms holding what looks like some sort of a long, looks like a sword. And so is this person. Looks like he's holding a sword, dressed in some sort of a suit, whether it's armor, whatever it may be. I don't know. That looks like a head, legs. You can see the legs there, the neck, same way over here, just a smaller version. This thing here is 535 feet tall. This one's 264 feet tall. So to me, that's what they look like, but I have no idea for sure. They look very old. They don't look like housing or any type of farm layout. It looks like some sort of a big glyph. And I found some other ones too. Put together a little slideshow here. You can see that looks like a big painting of a human. That looks like a small human inside of a circle. There's a circle inside of a square. And again, these are glyphs on the ground in the same area. Here I've light enhanced the photograph to get a little more detail of the area. Here's the two people that I assume are representing sword fighting. That looks like a face or somebody wearing a helmet, armor, sword. At least that's kind of what I see here. I could be way off base. I don't know, guys, but to me, that's what I see. Here's another look at it here, and it is slightly color enhanced. Here it's completely inverted. It looks like somebody wearing body armor, and that looks like a smaller version of the larger person on the right. So unique finds. Once again, here's the ancient fort, possibly some sort of an ancient village. Either way, I think we can agree that it's very, very old, whatever it may be. And like I said, those walls on the perimeter were built with a purpose, and I think that purpose was security. I think that was some sort of an old fort. This was housing in the middle, probably where they ate, where they slept. And that could have been a lookout point for the big city or farming community that we saw down lower, down in the valley area. Maybe this was some sort of a lookout post. I don't know. But you can definitely tell one thing for sure, that was built with purpose. That has a intended purpose. That's why they built that way, for whatever reasons it may be. But this is a very fascinating place. Atacama, Chile. Atacama, the desert, is known as the window to the universe. Just a beautiful, very mysterious place that has ancient origins, definitely for sure. Chile, Peru, this entire area is a very mysterious, very fascinating place. If you guys haven't got your 2020 Sky Phenomena photo calendar yet, by all means do so. You can click on the white tab here. Takes you to a landing page where you can order your very own good quality calendar. I have one hanging on the wall right behind me, waiting on next year. It's a good quality calendar made out of photo paper, and it's loaded with incredible Sky Phenomena photos. Down below is a collection of shirts, hoodies, and a coffee mug that you can check out as well. All of this stuff you order, they'll mail it directly to your home. The calendar is absolutely loaded with amazing photographs of the sky. If you guys have photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery. Sometimes I use the photos in a picture slideshow. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.